Hello, everyone. I'm Onna Harps, and I will be discussing all things reality TV over here. Before I get started, if you like my video, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button down below, and then that way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. Today, I am going to be reviewing 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 12, entitled Head Games. So the first couple that I want to discuss is Kimberly and Usman. You remember Kimberly is a super fan. She went over to Nigeria to watch Usman make a new music video. So Usman has just revealed to Kimberly that the music video that he made was about his ex-girlfriend. Her name was Zara. So Kimberly gets all mad and says that she feels so stupid for coming over to Nigeria thinking that she was going to be in a relationship with Usman when all along he had someone else in his life who he had broken up with. So Kimberly gets all mad and she starts calling Zara itches and hoes. See, here's the thing. She's over in Nigeria talking that noise. She has to remember that Zara lives over here in the United States, and Zara can reach out and tap that. Okay, so Kimberly storms back to the room, and she's packing her bags, and she's making reservations to return back to the United States. So Usman is knocking on her door because she had bought him a PlayStation and a Mac 10 Pro, and he was returning the gifts, which I thought was, quite noble of him because they decided that they weren't going to be in a relationship anymore. And Usman had said in his confessional, he just really doesn't understand what's the matter with Kimberly because she came over there to watch him make a video, and then she forced him into a relationship with her. And then she said that if they didn't have a relationship before she left Nigeria, that she didn't even want to have a friendship with him. But anyway, Usman has finally come to his senses, and he stood up to Kimberly and he told her, he was like, look, all of this happened, before you even came into the picture. I don't understand, why you are so mad, but I'm not going to be able to put up with this behavior. So he goes back to his room and he packs up his fake Louis Vuitton suitcase. It was counterfeit, in my opinion. And Kimberly is packing her stuff, and she tells the producer that this is going to be the end of the relationship, but she's sad. So we'll continue to watch this couple and see where this relationship goes. So the second couple that I want to review is Jasmine and Gino. So you know that Gino is over in Panama to visit with Jasmine. So they went on a staycation, and they're on their way to Jasmine's mother's house so that Jasmine can introduce Gino to her mother. Jasmine has expressed to Gino that, he's going to have to take off the hat because he's insecure about his head, and she wants him to be respectful in her mother's house. So anyway, they get into the house, and Jasmine introduces Gino to the mom, and she's preparing a meal, and they sit down, and Gino still has on this big old sombrero. I mean, he knew that he wasn't going to take off his hat, so he could at least wear a Scully or something. But anyway, Jasmine's mother said that it was okay, but he has this sombrero on while they're saying the grace and while they're eating. So then they retreat over to the couch, and Jasmine's mother is showing Gino pictures of Jasmine, as a child. And at that point, Gino asked Jasmine's mother for her hand in marriage. And Jasmine's mother looked at Jasmine, and she was just like, in Spanish, she said, I don't know. I don't think that this is it. So Jasmine expresses her unrequited love for Gino to the mom. So the mom finally agrees to give Gino her blessing because she said that her daughter appears to be happy, and she knows when her daughter is happy. So anyway, they go back to their hotel, And they're on the patio. They're dancing. She's doing the merengue and the cha-cha-cha. He's standing there looking like has two left feet and about to have a convulsion. So I'm saying to myself, what the heck does Jasmine want with Gino? Because she's a nice looking girl. She's 32 years old. She's accomplished. She's a school teacher. She allegedly has a nice apartment and a nice car. And, the mother seemed to be, doing pretty okay. So I'm like, what does she want with Gino? Because Gino looks like the father on The Simpsons, Bart Simpson's dad, with a hat on. And he has like these cheap shoes. The sandals that you get from Walmart, the kind that has the Velcro, like the little kids wear. So I'm like, what does Jasmine want with Gino? So I Googled him. Bingo. Allegedly, Gino is an engineer, top management level, and makes over $1 million a year. That's what Jasmine wants with Gino, in my opinion. Okay, the next couple I'm going to be reviewing is Ben and Mahogany. If you remember last episode, it left off with Ben eating ice cream with two of Mahogany's friends. And Ben asked Mahogany's friends, what has she told them about him? And they were like, well, nothing other than, she had a friend that was going to be visiting from the United States. So he asked the friends, he said, she didn't tell you that I'm her boyfriend? And the friends were like, her boyfriend? Nah, she didn't tell me that. So anyway, he doesn't say anything at that time. The next day, he invites her up the coast because he wants to have a conversation with her in regards to why she hasn't told anybody that he's her boyfriend. So anyway, they go dune buggy riding. That's when you ride in a Jeep and you ride over these sand dunes. They were riding over these high sand dunes. It looked like a lot of fun. And then they retreated to like a cabana and they had dinner. And they were having a conversation back and forth. And if you remember, Mahogany is not supposed to be able to speak English that well. But he had like a whole conversation with her. And they didn't use the translator not one time. They didn't use the translator until later, I guess, when maybe the producers might have been like, well, you're not translating. Because he had this long conversation with her, and she had a long conversation back with him in English. So I don't get any chemistry between these two. But anyway, Ben told Mahogany, he was like, well, you told me that you wanted to marry me. You said you wanted to have my children. And she did I was just playing. I was just texting. And see, I'm going to tell you, Ben, here's the thing. That's what 20-year-olds do. So we'll continue to watch this couple and see how this relationship develops or not. The next couple that I want to review is Hermana and Mike. So if you remember the last episode, Hermana had asked Mike to go sleep in the room with the kids because she didn't want to be affectionate with him. And she had told him that, he was creepy and that he was disgusting and it was a turnoff for her. So she sent him in the room to sleep with the kids, and he was sleeping in like a twin-size bed, one of those like Mattel Hot Rod or Happy Wheel cars with the blue Paw Patrol sheets and stuff on it. So he calls his friend in the U.S. and he asks his friend if he could ask their other friend, which is his friend's girlfriend, who speaks fluent Spanish, if she could have a conversation with Hermana so that he could get a good understanding as to why her feelings for him has changed. Now, she already told you that you were creepy and that you were too clingy and that you were always touching on her, and that you stare at her in her sleep. Like, let's just say, like a weird bug. That's the word that she used. She already told him this. So he gets the friend on the phone, and she tells the friend the same thing, that he's disgusting, that she doesn't want him. So the friend asks, do you feel, any type of concern or any type of remorse for all the gifts and things that you've taken from him and all the bills that he's over there, paying for you and your family? And she said no. She said she didn't have a job, that she wasn't working. So the friend asked, oh, so when did you start working? And when did you stop working? And she said, when I met Mike. So anyway, the friend tells Mike, she was like, look, the girl is not feeling you. I think that you need to get out of there, cut your losses, and get out of there immediately. So Mike is packing his bags, and he plans on leaving the next day. So we'll see if he actually leaves and cuts all ties with Hermana. The next couple I want to review is Memphis and Haze. So if you remember, they're over in Tunisia. They are having a disagreement because Memphis was over here in the United States and she had slept over her ex-husband's house. So the scene opens up with Hamza like 4 flights up out on a balcony, looking over the balcony like he would just rather just jump than to marry Memphis. So Memphis wants to meet with a translator so that she could get a pretty good understanding of how he's really feeling in terms of wanting to marry her. So the translator told Memphis that Hamza was still concerned because she had slept over at her ex-husband's house. So she immediately goes from 0 to 100, and she just like starts screaming at him that, she had to have a relationship with her ex-husband, because of the children. Memphis, yes, you do. But no, you don't. Having a relationship with your ex-husband does not mean going to sleep over his house for 4 days. No, that's not acceptable. But anyway, Memphis tells Hamza, you just don't know all the things that I've done and the sacrifices that I've made to be with you. I've even gone against my family and, some of my friends, to follow this love for you. So he gets up and he kisses her and he says he understands. So the next day he took her up the countryside. It was a really nice old ruined spot. And he goes behind a rock. He's gone for a while. And then he comes back from around the rock. He's dressed in all white. And he drops down to one knee. And he asks Memphis to marry him. And Memphis says yes. So we'll continue to follow this couple and see where this couple ends up. Okay, that concludes my review for 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 12. I'm Onna Harps. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button down below. And then that way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. Onna Harps. See ya.